Welcome to the Editor's Note Comics Podcast.
I think that this world, it needs men that are willing to make the hard call.
Central Maine's best comics podcast, by default.
Ain't no thing like me except me.
Here are your hosts, Zach and Jared.
Maps come with me. No. When do we start?
Hey, welcome back, everyone.
Hey, how's it going?
Or if it's your first time, we do pop culture news or reviews. If you want to jump around, there are time codes in the description down below.
What Zach means is welcome, and we hope you enjoy your first experience with us.
You'll always remember your first time.
Yeah,
Disappointing.
Especially with us.
Ew.
Although I think we've graduated from the old tagline of the show of we promise you 5 good minutes.
Sure.
Now we're up to 7.
Oh, good.
7 good minutes. You know what those minutes are? The 5 minutes of anticipation beforehand and the 2 minutes of disappointment after.
So they're not good minutes.
They're mediocre. They're decent minutes.
Oh, we got a lot of show for you today. A lot of show.
Is the sale still going on? Or is that over now?
Oh, no, that's still going on through Saturday. I'll tackle that. Yeah, my boiler, that had some emergency issues, and it kind of forced me to do a sale because the bill was massive.
How's the sale going?
Let's say terrible, so people feel guilty and want to contribute more.
So it's going well then.
Well, here's the other side of this coin. So not only was one thing broken that had to be fixed in an emergency, this also revealed another fault, which I have a quote on for something we need to get fixed, and it basically just doubled everything. Fantastic.
Oh, there's more wrong with the boiler?
I don't know how much new boilers cost, and I'm not going to look it up because I don't want to know how close I'm getting. Don't look it up.
I'm going to look it up.
No, I refuse to know this information.
I'm not going to tell you, but for my own fun, I'm going to look it up. Let's see. Hold on.
Why am I holding on if you're not going to tell me?
Because I haven't finished typing in new home boiler cost. Oh. Ooh.
Great. We're moving on to the next thing. Because here's a weird bit of news that I know very little about, and I need everyone's help on. And by everyone, stop looking at boilers. But this came out earlier this week, and if you're local, I could use some extra help on this. Apparently, the shop closest to me is closing, which means that I'm going to do a bit of a marketing push and try and get, fill that void in people's lives. So if you see things on Facebook or Twitter, just help me out, repost them. I might throw up some kind of raffle for people who are...
The tattoo shop is closing?
No, there's a comic shop in Lewiston. They're closing.
Oh.
In a couple of weeks.
It's bad for them. It's bad for them, but good for you.
Yeah, so there's... I'm going to try and pick up as many new people as I can. So if you think of it, just, if you could share whatever I put out on Facebook or Twitter, just please do that for right now to help, growth. It's a time of potential growth.
Well, do you want me to make some flyers and go down and post them around the comic shop? We're sad you're leaving. Come join us.
No, that seems vindictive.
It's not vindictive. It's probably the body's not cold and you're poking it, but still. I'm trying to help you out here, Zach. I'm trying to help expand the store.
You make it sound so terrible. But there is a ton to get into today, so we're just going to dive right into it with the news.
Before we get started, does anyone want to get out?
It's time for the news.
Oh, trailers. There were trailers aplenty this week. Some of them were good. Some of them told you the entire plot of a movie.
Yep, pretty much.
Looking at you, X-Men Dark Phoenix.
Yeah.
They literally...
And Brightburn.
I don't think Brightburn did.
It totally tells me a lot of people die.
I don't know how it's going to end, though.
I don't know.
Is he going to take over the world? Sure, I guess we could talk about Brightburn first. This is the James Gunn-produced Superman, but what if he was evil?
Yeah, it would not be good if he were evil.
I mean, it's even in Kansas. At what point are you crossing a line into copyright? I don't even know.
General Dawes comes down and takes care of things.
Pod crashes. Kid in a red blanket is swept up.
Laser vision, can fly, has a cape.
Super strength. Yeah,
a touch of murder.
He does like to murder.
He kills a lot.
He seems very happy with it, too. He's very smug about his murders.
So really, it's a nature versus nurture story. It's a good thing that Kal-El ended up with the Clarks. What if he ended up with some real bad people?
This trailer doesn't... I mean, it shows you new footage, but I wouldn't say it gives you any new information.
Except for the glass that the woman's pulling out of her eye.
It's not new information. It's just that a woman gets glass in her eye.
Yeah, but it wasn't in the first trailer.
No. And also they added a neck snapping noise when he flies into her this time.
Yeah.
Last time there was no snap. This time it was like...
As somebody who wears contacts and poking my eye every day, I kind of went, ugh.
As someone without those deficiencies, I was like, yeah.
Deficiency? It's not deficient.
It is a deficiency. Of course it is.
You have deficiencies.
I don't know. I mean, I think it looks interesting.
I'm not whole doesn't mean I'm not worth something. Jerk.
I don't know. I can't tell if it's going to be a bunch of jump scares and Look, a lot of these people are going to die. They show a bunch of them dying in the trailer.
In terrible ways.
I think Elizabeth, I don't know. Actually, that's not true. We did get a bit more about Elizabeth Banks in this one. She's the mom, and she's like real ride or die with this kid.
Yeah, she probably dies too.
Actually, maybe heavy on the die.
Yeah. Oh, he's going through a phase.
It's like, I know I can do good, mommy, but meanwhile, he's murdering everyone, taking out planes.
Maybe he's doing good at murdering. Like, I can do good at murdering.
No, he's
mommy.
real good at it.
Yeah.
I mean, he's real efficient. Most people can't take down a plane and a lunch lady.
I don't have a response
It's
to
what he
that.
does. And a cop.
Yes, and probably his dad.
And one of Jesse's friends from Breaking Bad.
Which, by the way, that's exactly how I'd respond in that scene. Like the guy like pulls up with the truck, and there's the kid standing in the road. He high beams, and now he's floating in the air. He goes, "No, no, no."
Yeah, I've had enough of this. Oh, he was Badger. That was the name. It was Badger from Breaking Bad.
He's broken badly.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't think I'll see it in theaters, but I would still want to see it. I don't think you'll see it at all.
No, you're probably right. I'll let you tell me about it. In fact, of these movie trailers, there's probably only 75% I care to see.
Yeah, I'm in the same. Wait, really? I think you'd be at 50 because I don't think you want to see this one.
Oh, yeah, you're
because
right.
there's also X-Men Dark Phoenix.
No, I kind of want to watch it just for funsies.
Oh boy, this thing looks
What's
like a
this?
train wreck.
This sucks.
This is the movie that tells you like literally beat for beat what the entire movie is. It's one of those trailers again. Like Spider-Man: Homecoming had it. This one has it.
Also, they've really half-assed the makeup in this. Mystique's makeup?
Well, she's only going to be in there for 5 minutes because she dies, and then people in the trailer, like the director was asked about, like, well, is she really dead? He's like, oh yeah, no, she's dead. We kill her.
Probably because Jennifer Lawrence is like, I'm done with this.
Yeah, I think that's exactly what it was. She's like, if you want J-Law, you got to pay J-Law money. And they were like, we don't want you that much.
Rip J-Law.
This is like movie number 12 in this franchise. We don't have that much money to throw around.
Also, like, for me, it kind of has the feel of X3 anyway.
She even has the same costume, and they're saying that this is going to be different. No, it's not. It looks the same.
She kills a major character in the first 5 minutes of that movie, and she's going to kill a major character in the first 5 minutes of this movie.
Red trench coat.
Yeah.
And they're going to yell at her from afar, Gene!
And then she is going to...
That's all they're going to do.
She's going to ashy up somebody. Vaporize.
I mean, maybe... This looks like this franchise is going to sputter out in a big way.
Yeah.
If you can't find 2 good minutes for a trailer, this looks really boring.
They should have ended it after Logan and Days of Future Past. They should have never done Apocalypse, and they shouldn't have done this.
Well, that's the other thing. We know what characters survive because the only one who's a question mark, I guess, is Magneto.
Well,
because we saw everyone else at the mansion at the end of Days of Future Past.
Yeah,
Not
but
that this series cares about timelines. It doesn't.
I was going to say, of all the series in the Marvel Universe, this one cares the least about timelines. Your timelines are irrelevant. Retcon the shit out of it.
I wrote an article about this one, so you can still probably look up.
On what culture?
Yeah. I went to great lengths to straighten out this timeline. I cared more than they did, I promise you.
Didn't you put them in like correct chronological order?
Yeah. I think I put like chronological viewing order or something. And I gave rationales to why characters look the same 20 years apart and dumb crap like that.
Would you make like 87 cents on that?
No, that actually, they didn't pay terrible. It was just boring to write lists.
Yeah.
If you want the honest answer.
What's more boring, writing lists or being poor?
I mean...
Let me rephrase it. Being broke.
The lists are still more boring.
What would you rather write lists or have to scrounge pennies for your boiler?
Well, I guess we know which one.
Somebody's going to be writing some lists soon.
Nope.
Although we did talk about you selling a kidney.
You only need one.
That would certainly buy you a new boiler compared to that picture I sent you the other day of black market value of organs.
If you know a guy.
Somebody's going to come knocking at the shop later this week. Hi, Zach. I hear you have a kidney for sale. Do I?
Sucks that it showed up with like 5 bags of ice. We're going to a bathtub.
Well, guess I'm hosting the show by myself next week.
On the other scale of trailers, although this one also gave away basically the whole plot, Hellboy had a second trailer.
A Red Band trailer.
It did. It kind of turned me around on it.
I liked, although people died in that too. There's a lot of death in the trailers this week.
Yeah, but those were all, incidental people.
Yeah. Like the one that gets like a bony horn through the face.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't really like the first trailer. I thought it was kind of generic. This one, I don't know, it turned me around. Now I'm looking forward to the movie.
Who's playing Hellboy now?
What's David Harbour? He's from Stranger Things, that show I've never seen.
I'm still kind of rough to be sold on that because I really, really liked Ron Perlman as Hellboy. But
yeah,
I mean, if you're gonna kind of, rebuild the franchise and reboot it,
well, that's the big downside of this trailer is it basically looks like the same movie.
Fair.
I mean, they go through the whole, they find him as a baby, there are Nazis things. He's destined to destroy the world, and then he doesn't.
A Nazi wearing 3D glasses, mind you.
but that's basically Hellboy, the other Hellboy.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's tough to redo origin stories. Looking at you, Spider-Man.
Twice.
But I don't know. That trailer kind of turned me around on it. Now I'm excited about it now. I mean, not that, I don't think it's going to be the greatest thing ever, but excited enough. Then the winning trailer, I think, Shazam.
Ding, 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 ding. That was good.
Yeah, that was another one. The first trailer didn't do a lot for me. It looks fine. I'm like, I'll see it. But this one actually, it had a couple guffaws. And usually, like, if you just watch a thing, I watch it. Like, I hate trailer reaction videos because the honest reaction is just like 2 minutes of silence.
No, I liked it. I thought we get a first look at the villain. Looked cool.
We got him a little bit in the last. It's just Mark Strong. He's always the villain.
No, he's not the villain in Kingsman.
That's fair. He wasn't. I forget. It was Lancelot or something. I don't know.
Something like that. Yeah, Merlin. He was Merlin.
Could have been.
I like those movies.
I didn't see the second one.
The second one was good. Elton John's in it.
Yeah, because he was in the book where he dies in the book.
It's kind of funny that like Elton John is in the Kingsman movie with
Taron Egerton.
And now he's playing Elton John.
Yeah,
that looks really good.
I don't know. I like him just goofing around a bit. We'll see if it gets old, but that last gag at the end was like, "Can you leap tall buildings in a single bound?"
And he like ends up in the
middle of it.
And the woman screaming.
That was great.
Perfect.
I didn't think that's where that was going. That was the moment I'm like, okay, I'm in.
That was hilarious.
I'll watch this movie. I think that was the best trailer of the week because there were many. Speaking of trailers that will probably never happen, New Mutants. We got that trailer forever ago, and then the movie got pushed back over a year for reshoots. Well, those reshoots never happened. Still haven't happened.
So that's not good for that.
I have no idea what's happening with this movie.
How about instead of the New Mutants, how about the No Mutants?
I'm leaving that in.
That's fine.
You live with that.
I will. I own it.
But what does that mean? They're supposed to do like extensive reshoots. This movie is supposed to be out in August.
You know what this means, Zach? This means in about 5 years, if we're still doing the show, we're going to be doing the YouTube watching of this unreleased movie version that died on the cutting room floor.
This isn't my idea, but I think it's probably the most likely. I've seen some speculation that it's just going to end up getting like dropped on Hulu once Disney's the majority shareholder of Hulu. Probably unlikely to happen on the Disney streaming service because they won't want to confuse brands with like X-Men characters in this old dead universe. But I wouldn't be surprised if they just dropped it on Hulu. I think that's probably its fate. What a weird movie. They shot this whole thing. It was supposed to be a trilogy. They dropped a trailer forever ago. And now it got pushed back a year. And now the massive reshoots just never happened. They just never got around to it.
Maybe they just canned the whole thing. They bite the bullet, they take the loss, and they move on.
I mean, why get nothing if you can get something?
It's happened before.
I don't think on this scale.
Yeah, but the something that they're getting is like a fresh start on it and an ability to put it on there. They're going to want quality. Well, I guess dropping it on Hulu. So
we don't even know what Fox is going to look like after this. Do they just completely disintegrate it? Does it become a division?
I think it becomes a division. I mean, it's.
I don't know what this looks like.
Lucasfilms is still a division of Disney. It's not like it just became only Disney.
Yeah, but Lucasfilm is a brand of two hyper-specific successful things. Fox isn't. Fox was a parent company that's no longer going to be a parent. It's now estranged.
Oh, that's sad to think of. 2 Christmases.
And really, Disney just bought it for like The Simpsons and the X-Men and the Fantastic Four. That's really why this happened.
I mean, we'll see. I'm still holding out hope that the cutscene. I've been saying this for over a year and a half now. The cutscene at the end of Avengers: Infinity War is going to be the Silver Surfer.
It won't be. Speaking of, we'll see.
Will
Smith.
I can't wait till I'm right. Oh yeah, he does not look like a good genie.
No, that's not sure. Why not? We can throw that hot take in there. That's everyone has. Yeah, it looks weird and bad.
I don't hate it though.
I do.
Is he gonna rap the genie song?
What do you do with that? I don't know who
the
guy
like West Agrabah, born and raised
the guy...
in the market is where I spent most of my days petting tigers and something else. I don't know.
I was gonna see how long you could go. In that trailer, I hate it. Like I had to stop the trailer and rewind it the first time I watched it. The second the guy who's playing Jafar opened his mouth, I'm like, "What the hell is that?"
You know who I saw a good
It's very high pitched voice.
I saw a good tweet as to like who may have made more sense as a genie, but probably doesn't have the star or drawing power. Jack Black.
He definitely has the star power.
Then why wasn't he the damn genie?
I don't know.
He would have been perfect as the genie.
I think this movie's gonna be terrible.
What about Dwayne The Rock Johnson as the genie? Do you smell what the genie is cooking?
I don't think you can say that anymore.
Yeah, probably not. Oh, speaking of, did you see who made an appearance in the wrestling world?
No.
Dave Bautista.
I mean, he's a wrestler.
He says he's an actor. I read a really, really good article about him. I think it was in the New Yorker. He's an interesting dude. He literally had nothing. His mom they moved from DC after watching a man get shot on his steps. And he and his sister just played and didn't think anything of it.
Yeah.
And his mom's like, there's a man dying on the steps and my children are unaffected. Time to move.
Will Smith, the real story is he is out as Deadshot. Everyone's jumping ship. He's not coming back to play that pivotal character that everyone loved.
For one movie.
Do you remember in the 90s when Will Smith was just on top of the world?
Oh, he could do nothing wrong.
I'd say from about Big Willie style to Willennium, that was his peak time. Those are references.
Willennium was not his peak.
No, that was the end.
It was the beginning of the end, maybe.
Yeah, I think that was his time. Big Willie style to Willennium.
I'm gonna pull up the Will Smith discography and see what was after Willennium. Was there anything after Willennium?
I don't know, but exactly, no one cares.
I care.
I mean, whatever. He was fine in that role.
He wasn't bad.
He was Will Smith.
He had Born to Reign.
I don't remember that at all.
Lost and Found. He was on the Shark Tale.
Okay, you definitely could have played a game here where you could have said movie or album, and I probably would have gotten them wrong.
He only has 4 studio albums. 1 compilation album. That means the best of.
Yes.
Will Smith's greatest hits. 20 music videos and 18 singles.
Ha 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 ha.
What? Oh, his first single as a lead artist was Men in Black.
I can remember
as the featured artist when the radio's on with Paul Schaefer. He did a song with Billy Ocean.
Sure.
I Sleep Much Better in Someone Else's Bed is the name of the song.
Conan the Barbarian, still in the news.
Oh, by the way, his last single was Party Starter.
Don't recognize that at all. Conan the Barbarian, Arnold has come out again speaking on this topic. He wants to do King Conan. Why can't it happen, you ask?
Copyright?
He said who the rights holder is right now has no interest in it. Like, well,
is he
well, there you go.
Is he with their maid?
I don't know what's going on with that. But he didn't clarify who has the rights, but it's like he's like, it's someone young and they're trying to shop it around and do something. It's like, I think we should do it with the old Conan. It's like, of course you think that. Of course you think the one where you get money is the way to go. What a surprise.
Conan, what is best in life? Getting paid by the studio executives.
I'd see it, but at the same time, if the people who have the rights don't want to do it, yeah, can't really do anything about that.
Nope.
And also, really I don't know how many studios are clamoring for Conan. It's like, oh boy, there were 3 movies, 2 of them were bad, or underperformed at least.
The first one.
And also Red Sonja, which is connected to this universe. So let's say there's 4 movies in this connected universe, and one of them's Red Sonja. So, maybe not.
I really want to listen to this. I Sleep Much Better in Someone Else's Bed with Billy Ocean featuring the Fresh Prince.
We can't do that legally.
I know we can't, but afterwards,
okay,
totally going to listen to this.
The DC connected universe.
Dude.
So connected that it's not connected anymore. They've cut the umbilical cord. It's going off and free in itself.
Did it cut its own umbilical cord?
Well, the guy who's now running that part of Warner Brothers did. He's like, yeah, we thought it'd be more connected 5 years ago, but, we're making more money not, so maybe it will be again.
It's best to be disconnected from the base universe.
So just to be clear, now they're going to do a bunch of solo movies with maybe a team movie in the future. Where have I heard that business model before?
Marvel.
Oh, wow. I get that they wanted to try something different, but it turns out, if it ain't broke, don't fix it.
Yeah. Why not do what works?
What a weird thing, oh, well, we don't want to be people saying that we're doing the same thing as Marvel.
I think people would be like, oh, good, they're doing the same thing with Marvel with other characters that I also enjoy.
But at least you tried something worse.
Yeah.
So there's that.
We're going to start with a team movie and then do a bunch of individual movies.
Yeah.
I still haven't seen Aquaman.
No, it's out later this month, I think, on Redbox. Oh, did you see the leaked Sonic the Hedgehog art?
No.
Look that up. I know, I'm asking you to be on your phone.
Oh, I also have a good trivia question for you.
Album or movie?
No. It's about Sonic. Leaked Sonic movie design.
Yeah.
He looks very hairy.
He's a monster.
I don't like that.
Look at that. I don't like that he has the equal proportions of a man.
Put some pants on.
And has Nike shoes. And that hollow look in his eyes.
Are they going to blow out?
This movie has had nothing but bad press every step of the way. It's going to be such a bomb.
Wow.
Feel embarrassed if you're involved with this.
That's the stuff nightmares are made of.
Why not just do Sonic?
Yeah, we like cartoon Sonic.
Just make him look fuzzy. There's been a bunch of people who mocked up really fast. This is what it could look like.
Yeah.
Oh, you found one right there. Yeah.
Yeah.
That looks a lot better.
Yeah, it was
And
posted.
not like a monster.
God, I don't like it.
I know.
Where does he pee?
Look away. Now you can look away.
He's got a weird grin, too. I don't like it.
I like the guy who's voicing him, but kind of feel bad that he's in this movie.
Well. Oh, so anyway, speaking of strange questions, did you hear about the girl in Colorado who's trying to break her record of 2,000 boxes of Girl Scout cookies sold?
Oh, is this the weed thing?
No, it's not the weed thing. So you know the Girl Scout cookie Samoa? Like it's a Samoa?
Oh, yeah, I saw this.
She cut out pictures of Jason Momoa and like shirtless, wet-bodied pictures of him as Aquaman and put them on boxes.
For Samoans.
Yes.
Why not?
Samoan,
I mean, she's breaking
cookies.
copyright with that.
Oh, it totally is. It's the Girl Scouts, though.
Oh, Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. has been said will likely be concluding after season 7.
How many times have we heard this? How many times have we heard, oh, they're gonna be done?
Yeah. Again, I've said it before, I'll say it again. It got good, and it ended strong, and I wish it went out on a high note, but there's still 2 more seasons of it.
Coulson's alive, Coulson's dead. Coulson's alive, Coulson's dead.
Get rid of the show. I don't want to see it go bad again. I remember the bad days, and I stuck around for some reason. No good reason. I felt trapped by it.
It just,
Like,
it held you down.
It's like, I need to see all the Marvel Cinematic stuff. And guess what? That was a mistake some of the time.
They got you.
Iron Fist.
They hooked you and they got you.
Inhumans.
Ugh.
2.5 seasons of Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.
You know what the best part about all this is? I didn't watch any of that.
That's all crap. Well, the stuff I said was crap is crap.
Yes.
But whatever, I'm glad it's going to end. I don't usually like seeing shows go longer than 7 seasons. 7 is usually about as far as you
Is Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. the one with the Feelings hallway?
No, that's The Flash.
Oh, okay.
The Flash has the Feelings hallway. If you've ever seen that show, you know exactly what I'm talking about. I fell off that show. I haven't watched it in like a year and a half.
It was trending on Twitter recently.
I don't know why.
I don't know either. I didn't click on it. I just saw Flash.
A little bit of comics news. Kind of a sad story, but, not that sad. Depends on how you want to look at it. Longtime artist Mike Deodato, probably pronounced that wrong, will be leaving Marvel after he kicks off the Savage Avengers line. He's been around for like 20-something years, and it looks like it was totally amicable, and he was real friendly and kind about it. Says he just wants to go do creator stuff.
Oh, okay.
Creator-owned stuff. So, it's not bad. And so often in the comic book industry, you get these kind of like horror stories of people just getting like dropped or the phone stops ringing because they're freelance or they leave like in a huff. So it's nice just seeing something smooth and something nice. And, good luck to him on future projects.
So it's not sad.
And I'd like to go on that to a segment we do from time to time. Boy, do we need it this week. We're going into stupid news.
Ooh, I love stupid news.
What is this?
Oh, it's This Week in Stupid News.
This is a new level of lame.
Okay, before I haven't looked at your notes. Does it have to do with Comicsgate?
One of them.
Does it have to do with people being irrationally stupid on the internet?
All of them.
Does it have to do with somebody doing something to upset you?
I mean, not me personally.
So is it really?
They all upset me in their own way.
So really, it's not stupid news so much as it's news that makes Zach mad.
No, this is stupid news.
All right.
This is stupid news.
Okay.
I guess let's start off with, hey, comics are ending forever. Did you know that? Did you know that they're just all ending?
Well, that's unfortunate for
I know.
you.
Crazy.
Considering that's your chosen profession.
Because there were 2 different stories that came out in the last weeks, and I'm going to use the term stories oh so loosely.
Okay.
One rumor is that Marvel Comics editor-in-chief and whatever Joe Quesada's role is, like CCO or something, they're doing a panel where they're going to announce that Marvel Comics is ending entirely and Disney will stop publishing them. Cool, that's not a thing. They're not just going to have a panel and be like, and we're done forever, bye.
So why would you give this like credence or the light of day? Why would you even see the thing about your quote stupid news segment is you give these fallacies, these lies, these alternative facts, this fake news, you give it legs.
It's not alternative facts. And there was also the story that DC will be cutting their line, which maybe there's a nugget of truth in that. I wouldn't say that that's off base necessarily, but they'll be cutting it down to 22 titles, and that at a retailer conference that they flat out blamed Marvel and also blamed the retailers. Here's the thing with both of these stories. They both strictly come from terrible gossip sites.
Then
They're sites that also have real stuff, but a lot of what they do is just weird hearsay and gossipy crap. None of it's been corroborated, and any reputable site has not been picking up either one of those stories. Check your sources. Also do that with the real news. Do that with the real news as well. Not just pop culture stuff, but yeah. Both of those stories are they're coming from pure gossip sites.
Okay, so is your message here like, don't believe everything you read on the internet? Because if so, you're kind of late to that party.
No, I guess my message is make sure where you're getting your information is from somewhere reputable. And if you see no one else who's reputable also reporting on it, maybe don't believe it. I got a lot of people talking to me about those stories this week, and it's like, nope, no. None of this is true. But yeah, Marvel's ending and DC's only going to be down to 22 books. It's the end of comics.
Doubtful?
Yeah, no, those are both stupid and from gossip sites.
All right.
And then I've avoided this story because, as you mentioned, I don't like even bringing it up. But
yet you're bringing it up again.
Because it's crossed another line.
How many lines is it going to cross? How many lines have you put down? Where's your red line?
I guess it's here.
Okay.
we found it.
Did we?
Well, because I don't like giving...
Mark the date down, first week of March. I'm guaranteeing before the end of the calendar year, you bring this up again.
I hope I don't. I don't usually give Comicsgate's story any kind of platform, just because I think it's mostly a small but vocal group of idiots.
Like us.
Fair.
Thank you.
But they have been bombing websites with negative reviews of Captain Marvel before the movie ever came out, so much so that Rotten Tomatoes had to shut off their want to see score and aren't allowing people to review the movie until after it comes out. And then IMDb has been getting hit with this thing too. Like Rotten Tomatoes, Captain Marvel was down to like 26% want to see, and IMDb, that's primarily negative reviews over there, all because of a bunch of whiny people on the internet are like, but it's a woman.
So pretty much people are flooding the comments section.
Yeah, but they're just doing it to big areas like IMDb and Rotten Tomatoes. And the reaction to this movie is ridiculous. And a lot of this is coming out of some stuff that Brie Larson was doing in her press tour. She was saying that she knows the majority of the people doing the interviews. I'm not going to get the quotes exactly right, so don't take them, beat for beat. But it was mostly done with white males. And when she was contacting these companies about this, she said that no one really gave a satisfactory answer. So she wanted to put a push forward to make sure that there was equal representation for people that she was giving her press tour to. And that is just against the white man.
Whenever you go on these diatribes, you look at me like I'm supposed to argue you.
Shut up, idiots. If you don't want to see a movie, that's
don't
fine.
See it.
That's fine. Just don't see the movie.
And if you don't want to see a movie for this reason, which is going to be a critical, it's the penultimate movie in the Avengers story arc.
Oh, this sucker's making money.
Oh, hand over fist.
Go leave your little comments.
You're not going to stop the machine.
Yeah, no one cares.
Except for you. You apparently care a lot.
I'm not a big... I mean, if you listen to certain episodes, I clearly break my own rules sometimes. But I'm not a big fan of putting negativity out onto the internet, because what's the point?
This is what you're doing right now. You're putting negativity out. This is what you did for the first 50 shows. We had two, our early shows where, we played almost characters. You were the angry guy. I was the idiot.
Was that a character?
Was yours?
Partially. But just, what's the point?
You're happier now, mostly.
I just don't see the point.
I'm less dumb. But I can say Skrull correctly now.
Oh, good.
I don't call it a Skrill.
You're going to need to in about a week.
Fair. I don't have to. I'm not in the movie. I could just sit there and watch it.
Here's my pre-prediction how I think this movie is going to be. As someone who hasn't seen it, probably be enjoyable. I'll probably like it.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm going in with hopes of, having a good time.
It's going to give us a lot to think and talk about for a month and a half before... Yeah, not even a month. A little over a month and a half.
Because, that Avengers... That's end of April.
It's early April, I thought.
No, it's towards... I think it's April 30th, I think. I have it written down on the schedule. But I guess that's my point. Don't put out unnecessary negativity on the internet, because there's too much of that crap. I guess that's the end of stupid news. All those stories were stupid.
They weren't good. April 26th.
Okay.
So really, it's 6 weeks in between.
From there. Now you can get mad at nothing or something.
Hold on. 7 weeks. It's only 7 weeks in between. It's the end of vacation week. It's right after Easter.
It is time for Jared's
So really, just got to make it all of Lent.
I guess that could be your excuse if you don't want to see Captain Marvel, like I was giving up Marvel movies for Lent.
No, I'm not.
No. All right. From there, it's time for Jared's Sports Reports.
He's running down the middle by the 50. He's at the 30. Bare-chested. The guy is drunk, but there he goes. Oh, and they tackle him at the 40-yard line.
It's time for another Jared Sports Report.
Well, the Patriots didn't use their franchise tag on anybody, so Trey Flowers, Steven Gostkowski, they're going to be free agents in a couple of weeks. So that's big news.
What's that combine thing that happens?
The NFL combine just happened. They were that's where all the college prospects wanted to enter the draft. Well, not all of them. There's like an invite. You get invited to the combine. They do all these things. They measure you, and you do all these things. They give you the Wonderlic test, which is like a basic IQ test. They put you through a series of like physical challenges, like the bench press. I saw one guy do like 28 reps of 225 in a row.
Yeah, in a row.
Yeah. Just bang, 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 bang.
I understand what in a row means.
They ask weird questions like, do you have both of your testicles? That was an actual question asked to somebody at the combine this year. There's another one where this young man had to get into a staring contest with a scout to see how long it would go until he blinked. It's weird, man.
This doesn't sound scientific.
No. Well, some of it is. Not really sure the genesis of the you have both your testicles question. I'm thinking it's because if he was missing one, he would have diminished testosterone levels.
No, it's just a weird thing.
It's not normal. No, the NFL isn't normal at all. So there's that and that. The Bruins have earned a point in 17 straight games now. They're on quite a hot streak. A point, not like as in a goal, but like a point for winning. Yeah. So they're really kind of coming to life here. And the Celtics beat the snot out of the Warriors this week.
You're damn right. I didn't see it. It was too late. It was a 10:30 game.
Well, the game tonight's also a 10:30 game.
A 10 o'clock game. I might make it through this one. I made it up to the start of the fourth quarter, but at that point they were already up like 30. I'm like, I could just go to bed.
Warriors' worst home loss this season.
Well, they were playing. Not only were they playing bad, the Celtics were playing good.
Yeah.
And it was really weird just watching them like toy with them like a cat toys with a mouse. The things they were doing were just ridiculous, and they were executing it all well.
What's funny is like how fickle Celtics fans are right now. They're like, oh, see, this is signs that the team is turning the corner. No, it's not.
It's not. It's one game.
They're so streaky and inconsistent.
Well, I think viewership down. It's dropped 27% overall from the start of the season when expectations were high.
Speaking of high expectations, Dustin Pedroia is supposed to be playing his first spring training game this week. So, of course, he was sidelined almost all of last year with injury and recuperation. So, it'll be interested to see how much tread is left on those tires. I wouldn't be surprised if you see him become kind of serviceable and he might get traded, or he just might call it a career and be a clubhouse assistant. Don't know. Interesting things to go there with him. But I love Dustin Pedroia too, so I hope his whole career is Boston. But that's just me.
You always want that if it's someone you like never leave.
Don't leave me. It happens to me all the time.
I have abandonment issues.
Yeah, maybe.
Do you got anything else?
Nope, that's it.
That's the world of sports, or at least the world of New England sports. All right, from there, because as previously mentioned, Captain Marvel is out. I guess probably right now. It's out right now. We are going to do one of the stories that may or may not be influencing it. I don't really know. The Kree Skrull War in a Jared's Reading Corner.
It's Jared's Reading Corner.
I'm not going to lie.
What'd you read?
I read the Kree Skrull War arc of the Avengers run. I'm not going to lie. This is as lost as I've been in a long time reading.
Since Watchmen.
Probably, yes. There was so many things.
But that one, boy, I really threw you in the deep end with that.
You did. It's like episode 7. You've never read comics in your life. Here, read Watchmen.
Because there's Watchmen news.
Yeah, but see, you've gotten better at like curating the show.
The movie this week is its 10-year anniversary. Still a good movie. I know some people don't like it. I'm fine with it.
Alien turns 40 this year, I think.
Yeah, that would make sense because that was 79. Yeah.
Yeah.
I have a weird thing for movie dates. I just remember at least the year. I don't know why. It's a terrible talent.
I've been on movie dates before.
It's a terrible date.
Not when you're 12 or 14.
I guess, because, what do you have to add to the conversation?
Nothing.
Yeah.
Do the old yawn and arm stretch.
Great.
So, yeah, very much lost. It's very much the Marvel Galactic stuff.
Yeah, this... so for clarification, this came out in June of 71, ran until March of 72. It's written by Roy Thomas with art by Sal Buscema, Neil Adams, and John Buscema.
Yeah, it was a whole year's worth of... Also, in my defense, I didn't get the book until Sunday, and I had to read a whole year's worth of a comic book arc in
I've been
48
trying
hours.
To get through it, too. It was just, I kept on not having time.
It's dense. I would say a couple of the things I picked up on, there were alien cows, an alien senator, and Hank Pimp slaps his wife off of a dragonfly.
Yeah. So the quick summary of this book is the Krees and the Skrulls, they're at war.
They don't like each other.
As you might be able to tell from the title. And the Krees come to Earth to try and use Earth as a new base of operations. But they're not going to, take over humanity or something normal. Instead, they're going to make Earth prehistoric because that will help with their base.
Don't fully understand why that was. Ronan the Accuser was in this.
Yeah, so they beat the Krees up, but then they're attacked by the Skrulls because there's some Skrulls on Earth. They have to go to court for some reason. It was weird.
Captain Marvel is in this.
Yeah, he has a big role in it.
So doesn't Vision. Vision really plays. He's kind of central to this.
I was trying to just give a brief summary.
Okay.
And then the Skrulls are there, and then all the Avengers go to the Skrull planet, and they beat up all the Skrulls. So the Kree and the Skrulls never really cross paths.
Was
Skrull War.
The negative zone?
Yes.
Is that supposed to be like the quantum realm?
The negative zone is a dimension
where everybody's just poo-pooing on everything.
That Reed has a doorway to in the Baxter building. It is the realm where Captain Marvel and Rick Jones, sidekick to everyone, Captain America, the Hulk, Marvel, they switch places, and one of them gets stuck in the negative zone for a while, but you can't be in there too long because there's weird radiation.
Captain Marvel had a lot of weird radiation, and Vision had to zap it out of him.
Yeah.
Then this is where the Sentinel comes after them.
The Vision Scarlet Witch romance starts in this book, so that's kind of pivotal to this.
Which Ronan laughs at hysterically.
He's like a robot, and he's like, I know, I'm a robot. But yeah, you did mention the fact that this is another instance of Hank Pym beating his wife. He does.
It's uncomfortable.
He does this a lot, and also his favorite way to do it is with a backhand.
It's like he's like, I'm protecting you.
There's a very famous panel of him doing it, like batting her across the room, and
Jesus.
And then he has to get tried. Like there's like Pym particles if you're around him too much to make you go crazy. But here's just him doing it way before that, but the exact same way
because he loves her.
But what was even funnier is because I read this a couple of days ago and I just wanted to give myself a quick refresher. So I was like reading through the Wikipedia summary, and they're like, and then Hank Pym pushes his wife off the dragonfly. I'm like, that wasn't a push.
It was a one-handed. it was an aggressive one-handed push.
There was nothing push-like about it.
A lot of this stuff
backhand.
Does not age well at all.
No, and that's okay. The hitting one, you can't really forgive that. But when I look at stuff like this, I have to look at it through the eye of this was the time. It wouldn't fly now, but yeah, they're not great. Basically towards women in this.
Wait, don't forget the Inhumans are in this too.
They are. They team up with the Skrulls, or at least the evil ones do.
Yeah.
But this book does not treat women well in any way, shape, or form.
No.
Any of them that show up. My favorite bit is
when Jarvis gets run over. It spills everything.
There's a really funny coloring error. This has nothing to do with anything. But they have Hank Pym. He just shows up in his Ant-Man costume, and there's a weird coloring error where they didn't color him red where his suit would be, so it's all flesh colored, so it just looks like he's in like purple underwear and boots riding an ant. I'm like, well, that's hilarious.
I also like the early from the All Things Must End. It looks like Vision's wearing like a dickie. He's wearing just a weird like leisure suit, like not even a leisure suit.
Just a sweater.
Yeah, it's a turtleneck, actually. Yeah, good for Vision.
What does this have to do with the Captain Marvel movie? I mean, like they could go with the broad strokes of like the Kree are trying to use Earth as a base against the Skrulls. We don't know enough about it.
Well, the Illuminati at the end say, no, you guys can't fight your wars on Earth.
Yeah, I don't know. I've never been a big fan of most Avengers books because what ends up happening, or it's not as true now, but for a long time it was a lot of C-list characters that couldn't carry their own title or people that weren't parts of teams. It just kind of were thrown into a hodgepodge, and I don't know, it never interested me that much. And this book is really highly praised. A lot of people like it a lot, and I'm not one who looks down on Silver Age stuff. I like a lot of Silver Age stuff, but this one is kind of
I would say that
it felt disjointed.
It's also like if you don't have an understanding of everything going on, like if you're like, oh, I like Avengers and this is the Avengers. Yes.
So do you want to know about the cows?
Yes.
That goes way back to Fantastic Four #2 when the Skrulls were introduced. In Reed's way of getting rid of the Skrulls, there were only a couple of them, was to turn them into cows and make them think that they had been cows forever. Clearly they got over that because they're shooting lasers, pretending they're the Fantastic Four, pretending they're a senator.
Yeah.
But that was the whole thing. But then that town comes back even later in the Fantastic Four, and this entire town has been poisoned because they've been drinking the cow Skrull milk, and it's like created these weird hybrids. These cows come up a lot.
The people of this town, by the way, beat this man to death. The senator, who was a Skrull, who was posing as the senator, they beat a Skrull to death. There's a mob.
And I think, this is going back a ways, I think the reason that the Secret Invasion story happened was because they were pissed about the cow thing.
It could be, yeah. let's see, where's the panel where they're beating him down? And he's saying, it's funny how they like mentioned how they were getting their revenge on him. Oh yeah, he's paying for it the hard way. But they're not just a crowd, not anymore. Craddock had turned them into a mob, a frightened, kill-crazy mob, and they beat him to death.
The art in this book, I mean, Sal Buscema, John Buscema, both really great. Neil Adams is one of the best. I think it's a weird outing for Neil Adams, though, especially when it comes to the Fantastic Four. I don't think he'd ever drawn them before, and they are way off model in this. They look weird.
Yeah.
I do love the back cover. That is a Neil Adams image that happens in there. It's just the Vision screaming out to the Avengers, 3 cows shot me down. Help me. Each word has its own balloon. It has more dots in it than a Trump tweet, beginning and end of every word.
Those are called ellipses. So ultimately for Jared's Reading Corner, I'm going to say that if you are not well-versed, it's a very tough arc to follow.
Yeah, like I said, it has a lot of praise around it, but I've never read it before, and to be honest, it didn't do much for me. But, buy a copy.
Yeah.
You might like it. Other people seem to like it a lot, but this one didn't do much for me.
You might as well try. And you might as well right now because it's on sale at the store.
Kree and Skrulls never really crossing paths all that much, fighting together, so we're told. For the Kree-Skrull War, they didn't really war much.
No, they didn't. It was a cold war. Maybe a tepid war.
They just kept on fighting the Avengers.
Yeah, well, the enemy of my enemy is my friend.
That's not how this worked.
Fair.
I guess that'll do it. It's okay. I guess I'm never going to read it again.
No, I don't anticipate that I'm going to read it again either. I struggled to get through it the first time.
From there, we move on to letters to the editors.
Now for my favorite part of the show. What's that say? Talk to the audience. Oh, God, this is always death.
Here's another one of your letters to the editors.
Ooh, is this the tweet edit? Is this the tweet letter that we got this week?
Yeah.
All right.
I forgot to write down the question.
Do I have to go back and look for it?
You can. I wrote down a lot of information about it, then I realized I forgot to write down the question.
Okay.
If you want your own question answered, maybe it's serious, maybe it's dumb, you can tweet at us, send an email to editorsnotecomics@gmail.com, send something on Facebook, or ask in person if you come by the store. Questions are always appreciated because it feels like we're always right on the verge of running out of them. Oh. And if you ask it, we will get to it.
I'm trying to find it. Oh, here we go. If you could save the world, which snack cake would you use?
So, why is this question being asked? Because starting in 1977, and this went on for 5 years, Hostess started publishing full-page ads in Marvel Comics, DC Comics, a bunch of other companies as well, but for our kind of purposes here, we're just focusing on the superhero ones. And they are weird and wacky and make no sense. They tell an entire story in one page, and it's basically the usual format is there's a villain, and the hero will swoop in and somehow save the day using Hostess Twinkies, Hostess Fruit Pies, and occasionally Hostess Cupcakes. There were a ton of characters with these. There was Captain America, Aquaman, Batgirl, Captain Marvel, Batman, Daredevil, Fantastic Four, Flash, Green Lantern, Hulk, Hawkman, Joker, Penguin, Iron Man, Shazam, Superman, Spider-Man, Wonder Woman, Green Arrow, Plastic Man, and Red Tornado.
Wow.
All had ads for this weird 5-year campaign.
I like the one the picture that we got of Daredevil saying, better the fruits of this cake than the fruits of crime.
You can find all these archived online. I looked them up, and I tried to do a little bit of research into who is actually writing these and drawing these, and there's not a ton out there. I couldn't, which is weird, because, everyone talks about, there are these beloved ads, but I couldn't find much on, I found one of the writers, and there seemed to be, one interview focused purely on it, and then when you click on the link, it's link is not found. I'm like, of course it's not.
Of course, yeah, why would it be found?
And after about 10 minutes, I'm like, you know what, I'm putting too much into this.
Anyway.
So, the question, what would you save the world with? What kind of Hostess snack would you use?
Does it have to be Hostess?
It has to be Hostess, because you get a big delight in every bite.
Wow.
They stuck with me, man.
Wow.
These Hostess.
You really, did you write that down or did you have that memorized?
It's not on there. I got that.
I'll be damned.
It's in my brain. So Hostess Twinkies, fruit pies, and the occasional cupcake. What are you going to save the world with? And why?
I've always had an affinity for Twinkies. I love Twinkies.
How's that going to save the world? Let's say you come across a man robbing a bank. What are you going to do with a Twinkie?
Say, here, you need a Twinkie. And he's going to be like, oh, yes, I do need a Twinkie. And he's going to eat the Twinkie. And I'm going to be like, see the error of your ways. You don't need to be filled with crime. You need to have this delicious cream filling.
Snickers tried doing this a little while ago, and they were not as fun as the Hostess ones. They were 3-page ads. It was here, Wonder Woman, you turn into Doomsday when you don't have a Snickers in you. And then they turned into 1-page ads, and they weren't any good.
What about a Zinger?
I don't think they ever had. I didn't look at every single one of them.
That was similar to a Twinkie, but it had a creamy filling with an icing on top.
I'd like to say that I'd have a different choice than you, but I also choose Twinkies. Well, the only reason I'm picking Twinkies, and I threw this up on my Twitter, I don't know, a couple months ago. There is a Hostess Twinkie ad where Captain America is fighting the Red Skull, and there's the Cosmic Cube, and the Red Skull is going to use the Cosmic Cube.
It was in the tweet that we got, too.
Yeah. Funny enough. But in order to stop Red Skull from using the Cosmic Cube against Captain America gives the Cosmic Cube a Twinkie, the cube itself, which is sentient.
Okay, well.
And then it refuses to work with Red Skull because it has a Twinkie. So my theory is if you need to stop Thanos, because in that universe, the Cosmic Cube is one of the Infinity Stones, just throw a Twinkie at him, and that's how you stop Thanos.
What about some ho-hos? Would you use ho-hos?
Also, all these snacks are gross. Don't eat them. They're all terrible.
I just came up with a logic. I would use Twinkies, but this is why. Because Twinkies are supposedly never go bad, so they're good. So by giving whatever the villain a Twinkie, they're instantly filled with good, and they decide that they've seen the error of their ways.
That's also been disproven many, many times.
Or just would, up their cholesterol and give them a cardiac episode.
Yes, which one has the highest fat content? Fruit pies are disgusting. I mean, Twinkies aren't great, but I'm not going to eat a fruit pie. Those are awful. Those cupcakes are so dry.
If given the choice between...
I guess I'd pick a Twinkie, but I don't want that. They're gross, too. It's all
if I brought a Twinkie and $5 next week, would you eat the Twinkie for the $5?
It's an easy $5, yes.
How about $1?
Yeah, why not?
the boiler's not paying for itself, Zach.
No, it's not. But yeah, so I think Twinkies, just because I saw them be used to stop
there's a track
Cosmic
record.
Cube.
There's a track record. The Twinkies stopped the crime. The fruit pie was a reward for not committing crime.
You can find a surprising number of websites with all these archived. They're fun. If you want.
Well, it's like the old radio advertisements. Be sure to drink Ovaltine and things like that.
They're pretty. Every single one of them is nonsense, but they're fun nonsense.
That's the point, though.
So use a Twinkie to save the world, but God forbid, don't eat it. They're disgusting.
Don't say that.
They're awful.
They're not. Okay, there's some are okay, some are not. Have you ever had a deep fried Twinkie?
No.
I haven't, but I kind of want to.
I'm fine.
Have you ever had deep fried Oreos?
No.
Oh, well, you're not really much of a sweet tooth.
I don't like Oreos either.
I love Oreos. I'm also like I'm at a dilemma.
Was National Oreo Day too.
It was. I'm kind of at a crossroads. I'm trying to diet and lose some weight, but last week I got Girl Scout cookies because I had ordered them prior to my deciding to have a diet. So my dilemma was I have these delicious Girl Scout cookies, but they're going to prevent me from dieting. So you know what my solution was?
Freeze them?
You're half right.
Eat them?
Yes. If I eat them, they're not there, and I'm not tempted to eat them.
I do like those peanut butter ones.
Thin Mints, man. I'm a Thin Mints guy.
They taste like toothpaste.
No, I love Thin Mints.
Nah.
And Caramel Delights. Those are the two.
All right, I guess that's it for the show.
All right, let's talk about what's going on at the store this week. Through Saturday, $5 off any $30 purchase, $10 off any $40 purchase, $20 off any $60 purchase, $30 off of any $80 purchase, and $40 off of a $100 purchase. And that goes all the way through the 9th, so this Saturday.
Yep.
And that's on anything that wasn't pre-ordered. So that's even first-run comics. First-run comics, the sale applies to.
If there wasn't a predetermined price.
That's right. If it wasn't locked in, come on in.
Not going to use that for a slogan.
Well, I'm trying. So that sale's going on at the store right now. It's 210 Water Street in Hollowell. Also, if you like the podcast, God love you. Go to patreon.com/editorsnotecomics and help support us. $1 a month gets you this show a whole day early. It also gets you some Patreon exclusive podcasts from Zach, which give you spoiler and spoiler-free reviews of this week's releases.
No, just Buffy and Firefly.
Of Buffy and Firefly.
But there's going to be one of those up next week. Also, there's early access right now that I gave them extra access. It was like a week and a couple of days. That won't be out until next week of an interview with Christos Gage. Christos, I pronounced it wrong. Writer of the Spider-Man PlayStation game.
Wow.
A bunch of comics, the Daredevil TV show, a few other things on Hawaii Five-0 I think he's on right now, and a ton of comics. But we have an interview up with him right now. And you're on Twitter.
At Junior Rich.
Thanks for hanging out. Next week, big surprise. It's Captain Marvel.
Shazam!
Wrong one.
Oh.
That's next month.
I'm getting there. We're getting into movie season.
Yeah. There's a lot right now, and then there's like nothing.
Oh, hopefully they're all good right now.
That'd be nice.
We haven't been to the movies in a while. I'm looking forward to it.
Well, we're going to be going pretty frequently the next couple months.
All right.
And then not for like the rest of the year.
That's fine. Star Wars.
I guess Star Wars is at the end of the year. And also there's something in the Joker movie. That's in October. But we'll be back next week for Captain Marvel with a review that we're going to make up after seeing it. Crazy thoughts.
That makes zero sense.
Because of all the people who are throwing out reviews before they see it.
Oh, yeah, we're going to see the movie and then tell you what we think.
And then have an informed thought about it.
Well, maybe we're not informed, but at least informed, yes. Educated, no.
All right, there we go. We'll be back.